Cats, with their enigmatic behaviors and mystique, have been companions to humans for thousands of years. Of all their quirks, the rhythmic, resonant purring sound they make is one of the most intriguing. But why do cats purr? To understand why cats purr, it's essential to know how they purr. The exact mechanism behind the feline purr is still a topic of research. However, most scientists agree that the sound originates from the laryngeal or voice box muscles. Here's a simplified version of how it happens. The brain sends a repetitive neural oscillator signal to the voice box muscles. This causes them to twitch at a rate of 25 to 150 vibrations per second. This causes a sudden buildup of air pressure in the windpipe. As the air rushes past the voice box, it produces that distinctive purr sound. When we think of a cat purring, many of us immediately associate it with a happy, relaxed feline. But the story behind this unique sound is much more intricate. Yes, cats often purr when they're in sheer bliss, maybe when they're nestled in a cozy bed or when you're giving them that perfect scratch behind the ears. That warm sound often indicates that they're in their comfort zone and everything's right in their world. However, the plot thickens when we consider kittens. From a very young age, before they can even open their eyes, kittens will purr while they're nursing. It's like their way of telling their mom, "I'm good. I'm getting the nourishment I need." This behavior is one of their earliest forms of communication with their mother. But purring isn't just about happiness or hunger. There's a fascinating theory out there that suggests purring could actually help cats heal. How? Well, the vibrations from their purr fall between 25 and 140 hertz. Believe it or not, these frequencies are considered to be medically therapeutic. There's even some thought that when cats purr, they might be releasing feel-good chemicals called endorphins, helping them deal with pain. This brings us to another aspect of the purring mystery. Not every purr indicates a positive state. Just as humans might hum a tune when nervous, cats can also purr during less pleasant times. If they're hurt, or even when going through something as intense as giving birth, that purr can kick in. Some experts think this could be a way for them to calm themselves down. And here's where it becomes even more poignant. Cats sometimes purr when they're gravely ill or nearing the end of their life journey. While it's a behavior that's still not fully understood, it might be tied back to the idea of purring as a self-soothing mechanism. It's a gentle reminder that every purr has its own story, and it's up to us, their human companions, to listen closely and understand. Cats are pretty expressive creatures, and one of their most distinctive ways of communicating is through purring. Now, if you've spent enough time with cats, you might notice that not all purrs sound the same. It's like they have different tunes for various moods and needs. Take, for instance, the purr they use when they're hungry. It's not just the regular purr you're used to. It's got a little twist. Some studies suggest that when cats want food, their purr gets a bit more insistent. They mix in a high-pitched cry with their standard purr. And what's interesting is that this sound can be strangely reminiscent of a baby's cry, which, as you can guess, is hard for us humans to overlook. Then there's that purr we all know and love. The one when a cat is just plain happy. Maybe they're settled into a comfortable spot, or you're giving them some much appreciated attention. This purr is more rhythmic and steady, a gentle rumble that indicates all's well in their world. But just like us, cats have their off days too. Sometimes when they're not feeling great or they're in pain, their purr changes. it becomes a bit more consistent, losing the ups and downs of the content purr. It's a bit more like a steady hum. For cat owners, this is something to be mindful of, as it could be a sign that something's amiss. When we talk about purring, domestic cats usually steal the spotlight. But they aren't the only feline virtuosos with this trait. The vast feline kingdom has a diverse set of members, each with its own take on purring. Let's start with the big cats. Now, you might think of a lion's roar or a tiger's growl, but some of these majestic creatures also purr. Cheetahs and cougars, for example, have their versions of purring. It's not exactly the same as your household cat, and the reasons they do it, as well as the mechanism behind it, might vary. Lions are especially intriguing. Their purr isn't the continuous hum we're used to. It's more of a one-sided affair, making it distinct from other feline purrs. Then, venturing into the wild, there are smaller wild cats that aren't so different from our domesticated friends. The European wild cat, for instance, is known to purr. This is quite an interesting observation because it suggests that the art of purring didn't just start with domestication. It's been a part of the feline communication toolkit for much longer. In essence, while our domestic cats might be the most familiar purrs to us, this vocal trait spans across different members of the feline family, each bringing its own unique sound and purpose to the mix.